Meanwhile, Kamal Nath, Congress's chief minister face for upcoming Madhya Pradesh elections, has immersed himself entirely in the bhakti of Dhirendra Shastri, chief priest of the Bageshwar Dham. Firstly, Kamal Nath invited him to his hometown of Chhindwara to conduct a 3-day Ram Katha there. During this visit, not only was Dhirendra Shastri welcomed to the residence of Kamal Nath, but was also taken for a tour of the entire constituency. So much so that now, when the former chief minister was asked about Dhirendra Shastri's controversial comments, like the one where he said that India is a Hindu Rashtra, Mr. Nath almost seemed to give a nod to that as well. Listen.
देखिए, बनाने की क्या बात है? 82% तो हिंदू हैं ही, तो वो क्या हिंदू पैदा कर रहे हैं? ये तो है ही। 82% अगर भारत में हिंदू हैं, तो हम कहें कि ये हिंदू राष्ट्र है, ये कहने की क्या आवश्यकता? ये तो आंकड़े बताते हैं।
Now, Kamal Nath's statement has naturally set the cat among the pigeons, especially in the Congress circles, leaving many tongue-tied, especially from allies like the RJD, who are now raining fire on Kamal Nath for quoting Dhirendra Shastri. Why? Because remember, earlier, when the same Godman had been in Bihar, he had not got a particularly friendly reception from the government there.
Mr. Kamal Nath is a hardcore secularist. There's no question of doubting his secularism. Whatever he must have said must have been said in a lighter vein. I don't believe that Kamal Nath ji can say anything which would be rabid or which would be an extreme position, because he's not built that way. He's not a person who's rabid at all. Some katha took place in his constituency. He was enjoying the ambience. In that ambience, somebody must have said something, and he is just responding to it. Take it for granted. The secular credentials of Kamal Nath ji are of the highest order.
कांग्रेस पार्टी के नेताओं से अनुरोध करेंगे, भाई महागठबंधन बना हुआ है, मैंने नेताओं को, महागठबंधन के नेताओं को ये नागवार गुजर रहा है कि इस तरह का हम करें। मैंने एक हिंदू राष्ट्र बनाने वालों का हम सत्कार करें, उसका स्वागत करें, उसको महिमा मंडित करें, और उसके बाद हम ये बात करें कि देश जो है संविधान से चलेगा। यह अंतर विरोध किसी को पच नहीं रहा है। इसलिए कांग्रेस पार्टी के आला कमान से अनुरोध है कि इस मामले में वो सफाई दें, कमलनाथ जी से भी कैफियत तलब करें।
So is this the Congress trying to run with the hare and hunt with the hounds? Nalin Kohli, national spokesperson BJP, continues with us. Lokesh Jindal, leader of the Congress, and Dr. Naval Kishore, national spokesperson of the RJD. Lokesh Jindal, अब हिंदू राष्ट्र भी मंजूर है?
Well, it's a misperception of BJP that Congress is against Hindus. It's absolutely rubbish. In fact, on the eve of independence, when there was a debate in the Constituent Assembly, we had an Indian form of secularism where all religions are treated alike.
That we know. Hindu Rashtra is a separate thing altogether. Mr. Kamal Nath said 82% Hindus hain. What do you call the country which has 82% Hindus? Let me rephrase.
Yes.
What do you call a country that has 82% Hindus?
See, for BJP, Hindu Rashtra is something against the Muslims, but for Congress, the Hindu Rashtra, Hindu civilization, India, is something which is tolerant, pluralist, multi-religious. And over here, the
So for starters, you are saying that the Congress does believe Bharat is a Hindu Rashtra.
It does not discriminate against those who are in minorities.
That is fine. Definition to hum baad mein samjhenge. First of all, does the Congress agree that India is a Hindu Rashtra?
India is a land where Hindu religion, it has its origin, basis. It has the largest Hindu population. I do not know.
Sir, why have you turned into Encyclopedia Britannica? I know what India is. First tell me, is it Hindu Rashtra or not?
That it is a country where Hindus are in majority. I mean, look at the complete statement of Mr. Kamal.
That even I understand. 82% is majority only.
People are Hindus.
But is a country with 82% Hindus Hindu Rashtra?
What I'm saying is, if you call India as a land of Hindus, that is what he meant by the term Hindu Rashtra.
I don't know what he meant.
So
I know what he said.
For Congress, if I were to translate it into English, I would say India is a land of Hindus. I mean, not exactly as per the BJP version of Hindu Rashtra, which is against Muslims and minorities. No.
Isn't it strange that when Dhirendra Shastri, when Kamal Nath says it, you want to see the English translation which translates into the land of the Hindus, but when Dhirendra Shastri said the same thing in Rajasthan, he was booked for hate speech, Lokesh Jindal?
Because
you got into the brain of Kamal Nath and figured out what he was saying is very different from what Dhirendra Shastri was saying.
Mr. Dhirendra Shastri, if he tries to incite violence against another community, so a Hindu Rashtra where all religions are treated alike, not discriminated against, is something that is acceptable to the Congress.
So you're saying that Dhirendra Shastri is inciting violence?
Muslims are being targeted, they are being called out as Pakistani, they are being not treated as Indians.
That is terrible. But are you saying Dhirendra Shastri is inciting violence?
I would say that if at all Dhirendra Shastri in any of his statements stated something which incites violence.
But is he or is he not inciting violence?
So if he has incited violence, the police has taken due cognizance and a legal procedure was set into motion.
That is wonderful. But then why is he in the private plane of Kamal Nath?
Well, Mr. Kamal Nath is a devotee of Mr. Dhirendra Shastri. If tomorrow I like Shah Rukh Khan, and if Mr. Shah Rukh Khan, he had been denied in the Wankhede Stadium due to any of his conduct, now that doesn't restrict me from liking Shah Rukh Khan. I will still like Shah Rukh.
Well, in that case, I just hope you are not a devotee of Asaram. But anyway, go on. Answer this, Dr. Naval Kishore. How does this board? It's basically a cynical outreach for votes.
Come again, please. I could not hear it.
It's a cynical outreach for votes. How does this bode for your alliance? Where a chief minister candidate, one of the tallest leaders, is not just, showing Dhirendra Shastri around, but is saying, the video that they put out, they said, "Mere sarkar aaye hain."
No, one who is devotee of whoever has right to say anything. But how does it mean that it is something which is saying that India is a Hindu Rashtra? India is only that thing which Constitution says. The Indian Constitution spells out clearly what is the nature of Indian state, and there can be no question whosoever on that front, whether it is BJP or anybody. You cannot question the character of Indian state, which is spelled out clearly in Indian Constitution. India is a secular state, everybody knows that. India is a socialist state, everybody knows. India is democracy, it is republic. It is already spelled out clearly in the preamble of Constitution. So there is no question of debating whether India is what kind of state.
That is true. That is true. Yeah. But when you bow before somebody who's saying India is a Hindu Rashtra, then you are legitimizing what he said, right? You can't say कि भाई हम इनके भक्त हैं, हम सब कुछ इनका बिलीव करते हैं, इनकी कथावाचक हम सुनते हैं, इनकी कथा हम सुनते हैं, बट इनके जो बाकी अटरेंसेस हैं हम जल्दी से किनारा कर लेंगे. Doesn't work like that.
देखिए, रिलीजन इंडिविजुअल फेथ का मामला है. इट इज कंप्लीटली इंडिविजुअल पर्सनल फेथ. अगर आप रिलीजन के परिभाषा को समझते
हैं, पर सर वो अपने घर में बुला के कथा नहीं कर रहे ना, अपनी पार्लियामेंट्री कंस्टिट्यूएंसी में ले जाके कथा करवा रहे हैं अपने बेटे की, छिंदवाड़ा में करवा रहे हैं, अपने घर में प्राइवेट आयोजन नहीं कर रहे.
कंस्टिट्यूएंसी भी एक जगह ही है, और रिलीजियस जो फंक्शन है वो केवल घर के अंदर और ड्राइंग रूम में नहीं होता है, बाहर भी होता है. और ये पहला और अंतिम नहीं है. पूरे देश में कई सारे इस तरह के होते हैं, कथावाचक होते हैं, और ये करते रहे. अगर किसी का व्यक्तिगत आस्था उसमें है, आप क्यों उसको पॉलिटिकल बनाना चाहते हैं?
क्योंकि बागेश्वर बाबा ने ही हिंदू राष्ट्र के बारे में बहुत प्रोमिनेंटली बोला है. जब वो बिहार आए थे, when they had come to your state, he was opposed by Tej Pratap Yadav, who had said कुछ लोग यहाँ नफरत फैलाने आ रहे हैं. He is been opposed in Rajasthan, in Congress states. एक नहीं दो जगह पे उन पे FIR की हुई है. Now suddenly that man becomes okay because मध्य प्रदेश में कांटे की लड़ाई है and Hindu vote matters, बागेश्वर बाबा matters.
नहीं, ऐसी कोई बात नहीं. देखिए, अगर उन्होंने जो बातें कही है कॉन्टेक्स्ट में कही, अगर धर्म का दो तरफा इस्तेमाल है. एक बीजेपी है जो कि धर्म के नाम पे हिंदू मुस्लिम के नाम पे पूरे देश में डिवाइड क्रिएट करती है, और विभाजन की जो राजनीति है उसके आधार पर तो बीजेपी का राइज हुआ. आपने देखा होगा 1990 के दशक में, इन द डिकेड ऑफ 1990, यू मस्ट हैव सीन हाउ द होल सोसाइटी वाज कम्युनलाइज्ड by the BJP.
Let me ask you more directly, Dr. Naval Kishore, let's forget Tej Pratap Yadav, Ashok Gehlot, Kamal Nath, everything. Do you think that Shri Bageshwar Dham Sarkar is good. वो अच्छे हैं, उनको बिहार में भी आप कथा करवाएंगे?
Why should I? See, you cannot force me to say so. Why, those who want to do that, it is their personal choice. Why should I say that yes or no? For me, it's not a matter at all. For me, it is not a matter at all. Whoever is doing that, it is their choice. How can you ask anybody whether you believe in him or not? Let me not disrespect anyone who profess anything in this country, because this country is a land of everyone. Hindu, Muslim, Sikh, Isai, everyone.
Correct. But I think when you start booking people for hate speech, it is a little disrespectful only. It's not, I won't say disrespectful. It's not like you particularly respect them. But let's face it, Nalin Kohli, smart move. Smart move, especially given that Madhya Pradesh elections are tight. Kamal Nath is playing it smart.
Bundle of contradictions. No conviction, just contradictions. Convenience. It makes no sense to me that in the Congress-ruled state of Rajasthan, Bageshwar Baba is booked for hate speech. But in Madhya Pradesh, Bageshwar Baba is hailed by Kamal Nath ji. So basically the question to be asked is, and it's a direct question, that is Rajasthan doing it wrong or is Kamal Nath ji doing it wrong? That's all the Congress has to answer. Both can't be right. If both are right, then it's a bundle of contradictions. That वहां पर आप जो है अनुचित भाषा बोलते हैं, अनुचित आदमी के साथ फिर कांग्रेस मिल रही है. Bundle of contradictions हो गया. Same story for Bihar. I mean, that's as blunt as this. Number two, if the Congress leader, and Kamal Nath ji is a very senior Congress leader, if he then is in जो भी शब्दों से घुमाते घुमाते, as Lokesh ji was trying his best to, with verbal jugglery, try to overcome the Hindu Rashtra question, the fact of the matter is they have endorsed it. If they have endorsed it, then what are you criticizing the BJP and the RSS and others? That's the next logical question. Because you are also accepting the same thing कि Hindu Rashtra hai. Or you are saying it's not there. These are absolutes. है या नहीं है? How can you say है भी लेकिन हमारी परिभाषा अलग है? अरे भाई है या नहीं है, फिर परिभाषा बताइए ना. So I mean they are stuck. So bundle of contradictions. There's no conviction here. वोट के लिए कुछ भी हो सकता है. That's what the Congress does.
By the way,
so they have suddenly decided, भाई हिंदू समाज की भी हमें चिंता करनी चाहिए.
By the way, Lokesh Jindal, Yogi Adityanath also, when he was asked about Hindu Rashtra, said there is nothing wrong in Hindu Rashtra concept since the Supreme Court has defined Hinduism as a way of life. At that time, Dr. Abhishek Manu Singhvi said
way of life, that
this is against the very ethos of India and the idea of India. What was Yogi Adityanath saying? He was saying कि भाई हिंदू राष्ट्र की अवधारणा गलत नहीं है. देश की फुल बेंच की सुप्रीम कोर्ट ने इस पर अपना आदेश जारी किया है. हिंदुत्व कोई मत, कोई मजहब, उपासना विधि नहीं है. इट्स अ वे ऑफ लाइफ. तब तो आपने उनको कम्युनल बिगेट बोल दिया. अब कमल नाथ जी कह रहे हैं तो आप कह रहे हैं बट वो कह तो रहे हैं, बट उनका मतलब कुछ अलग था. योगी आदित्यनाथ से तो आपने उनका कोई मतलब नहीं पूछा.
Padmaja, if you looked at what the RSS ideologue Golwalkar said about the Hindu Rashtra.
Arey, talk about Kamal Nath and Yogi Adityanath, na?
Right now.
Why are you reach Golwalkar? Abhi, let's talk about Kamal Nath and Adityanath.
The idea is BJP is a confused political party. Its concepts are based upon conjectures. They don't even know what is the historical basis to it, because everywhere they have certain beliefs, regards, without any perfect knowledge about history. Now, if you're talking about India, civilization, its culture, there is no harm in associating with the glorious Hindu past that we have.
No, it's not. So you're agreeing India is a Hindu Rashtra?
No, the narrative of the BJP is that if India is a Hindu Rashtra, then all its symbolism
in associating. There's a big difference between the two.
Indians, there should be only one religion, that is Hindu, and all others are to be given a secondary status.
You're still not answering the question. Do you or do you not think India is a Hindu Rashtra because it has 82% Hindus?
No. I would say India is a secular nation.
Great. Then send the memo to Kamal Nath. Final word, Dr. Naval Kishore, with a reminder that when Bageshwar Dham Baba was coming to Bihar, लालू जी ने बोला क्या वो सच में बाबा भी है? कौन है बागेश्वर धाम?
ठीक है, जो उन्होंने बोला बिल्कुल सही है. आप मानते हैं तो ठीक है, नहीं मानते हैं तो भी ठीक है. It is not something that he is coming as a sermonizing person. यहाँ पर बिल्कुल साफ है कि धर्म के मामले में आपका आस्था बिल्कुल व्यक्तिगत है, इंडिविजुअल है, और कॉन्स्टिट्यूशन अलाउ करता है इसको. कौन बाबा है और क्या है, जो मानता है वो बोलेंगे. सब लोगों के लिए बाबा कैसे हो जाएंगे? Do you agree that everyone who is Hindu believes him? No, that's not the fact. So far as Hinduism or Hindutva, there is a difference. Hindutva is a political tool. It is the use of religion, which is bad, anti-secular. Hinduism, of course, it is a way of life, and it can be believed.
Fine, we can split hair between Hinduism and Hindutva, but the fact still remains that while not everyone has to believe in Bageshwar Baba, there is a world of a difference in saying कि एक स्टेट में वो पूज्य हैं और दूसरे में हेट मॉन्गर है. That doesn't square off. I'll leave it at that. All's fair in love, war and politics, as they say. Thanks very much, gentlemen, for joining me. Thanks for watching.